Hello and welcome to the Atlassian Clinic. Let's see who's here, who's alive. Anybody up and running right now? Let's see. We're just getting started. So folks should be joining shortly. Let's see who joined. We got somebody on right now. Excellent. Excellent. Hello. 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 The Atlassian Clinic is live. If you're here, say hi, say hello, jump on in. Let us know how you're doing. What's going on with you? I'm going to just take a quick look and make sure everything's good here. See who's popping around in chat. Actually, you probably want to do that on a profile while I'm signed in. Switch. Nope, not that one. This one. Let's go. Who's here with us today? It is just me, so intriguing. Oh, is it because I'm on multiple places? I don't know, but let's see. Let's see who pops in. Let's do. It's a bunch of stuff, actually, that I want to go through today. So ultimately, we're just going to go through stuff and have a good time and learn. So if folks pop in, I'll look forward to seeing them. If they do not, that's also okay. But we are going to get in here and take a look at a few things here. Let's start with actually where we want to go. Actually, I know what we'll do. Got any other folks joining yet? Looks like we got somebody over on Twitch. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How's everything happening over there? I have stuttery video today. Sean, how are you, my friend? I'm going to see if we can fix the video. Don't know why it's playing like this today. Is my video stuttery to you, Sean? Let me know. Oh, hey, Mandy. Welcome. So glad to have you here. Always glad to have people for the first time. We're getting over in here in the Atlassian Clinic. Generally, the way that we like to go here is that we just go ahead and go from what folks are interested in looking at or talking about, what they're having trouble with. Great. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. So if you are having issues with something and you'd like some help, let me know. If not, we'll go over a few things that have been happening lately in the Atlassian world. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's a dog. That's my dog throwing a fit because she's decided that there's something outside that's dangerous. All right. If you guys don't have, we'll see. We'll give it a few more minutes. But how's everybody been? How was your weekend? What were you all up to? Did you do anything particularly interesting or exciting? I would love to hear about it. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. How do you do that? Let's see. We're over here doing weird. Okay, I'd like to add a file. And I would like to add. Yeah, that's interesting. How do you do that? I wonder. That's Git. Code, docs, web. Oh, and okay, you did attend the Denver DevOps Days event. How was that, Sean? I know that you and Alex were both there, and that must have been pretty neat. Not a lot of Atlassian content. There's some Jira mentions. That makes sense. Folks in DevOps are often a little bit of downstream of Atlassian, and we're not quite there yet where we need to be when it comes to Compass and getting the integrations there. I think the book that you all wrote about the DevOps tool chain is really important in that space. We haven't seen, I don't think, Sean, we've seen, oh yeah, JFrog Swamp Up. Yes. Man, you guys are going. JFrog, oh, Artifactory. Had to deal with Artifactory at Sonos. Interesting product, interesting times. DevOps Days was decent. Swamp Up was great. Excellent. Where was Swamp Up? Okay, let's go over here too. Let's just go to Napa. That's a really great place to have an event. Like truly an excellent uh place. All right, let's do a little bit of chatting about what's going on. First, let's just take a moment. I want to go over some of the things that have been happening lately. One, of course, is that Atlassian just made an announcement about the end of life for data center. So let's go ahead and take a brief chat about that, since I think in some ways I'm probably like required to chat about this because everybody and their mother is talking about it. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Okay. Friends, I can't share my screen unless I quit and restart this browser. So I'll be right back. Now we're back. Hey, perfect. That worked. I love that. Not too bad. Good job, Restream. No, I'm using Restream, actually, Sean. I tried StreamYard. I wasn't quite a big of a fan of it. I like Restream. I want to get better at using tools like OBS and such, but we have to get my computer hardlined to the internet first, which has been a thing that my partner and I want to work on, but this has been a little bit of difficult. So let's chat about what's going on here. So Atlassian made the announcement that they are going cloud only in 3.5 years. It's a while. March 28th, 2029. So yeah, 3.5 years. And everybody is very, very, very concerned about this. Or there's a lot of people who are concerned. A lot of people have a lot of feelings about this. And I don't. I think it's fine. I think it's exactly what Atlassian needs to do. I think that the work that it takes to maintain 2 platforms is too much, and you can see it in the way that Atlassian is sort of bifurcating the work that they do, and data center is suffering for it. And I think cloud is the future. I also think, yeah, I get that, Sean. I also think that there's some interesting stuff that happens now at the browser level, like Wasm and some of this other stuff that might turn into what we used to have before, where you could like run parts of your Atlassian apps offline. I wouldn't be surprised if Atlassian implemented some of those things, because you can now basically run an entire computer in a browser. So I don't think cloud means you can't work offline. I think cloud means that your product is hosted in Atlassian's cloud. I think that's the biggest difference here. And I think the other thing that people do not sort of take account of is this part right here that Atlassian says. For certain data center customers with unique circumstances, we're committed to offering extended maintenance by exception after March 28th, 2029, ensuring you have the flexibility and support you need for a successful transformation. So anybody who can make the case to Atlassian that they have a really good reason for needing extended maintenance after March 28th, 2029, Atlassian will do. I expect that will be a lot of these air-gapped instances that are struggling with security requirements at the moment. So I think it's not that unreasonable. I think also just a couple days before, possibly add some weight to why they brought about the browser company. Absolutely. It's the other thing to talk about. Just a few days before that, Yeah, Mandy, government customers, but even government customers, most government customers in the US at least, I think now have an option in many cases to use cloud products. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Atlassian possibly, yeah, that makes sense. I also wouldn't be surprised to see Atlassian possibly do some sort of partnership with Oxide. I don't know if you guys know Oxide. Let me just show you. Oxide Computer Company is effectively what we used to call private cloud. They don't call it that because it got a bad name. But Oxide sells rack scale hardware and an interface and a control plane that they built top to bottom on their own that lets you deploy cloud computing functionality effectively inside of your own data centers. So I think Oxide could be a really interesting company that I could see Atlassian possibly partnering with because cloud computing infrastructure on prem is something that I think is there are small needs for that for certain companies. I think there are a lot of companies who say that they need it as well and they don't. And I think that that's really important to be aware of too. But yeah, back to the browser company. Yeah, I think the AI piece of this, I'm actually in Dia right now, this tool, so I can actually really easily I can ask it to summarize this for me. If I have like 3 different tabs open, I can actually have it synthesize those 3 tabs. So let me see if we can pull this off. This might be really interesting. Let's do this one too. And let's do this one. Okay. I'll close that one. We're going to basically take these 3 tabs and formulate. In the context of EOLing data center. Oh. Don't we love? I love it when things don't work. That's so funny. Can't pull it off. Huh. Well, AI still doesn't pull things off today. Hey Rod. Me. It can't access the attachments. That's wild. I don't understand what's going on. Okay. We'll report an error. Dave's not here. That's funny. But yeah, there's been a lot going on. What else has Atlassian announced? Let's see. Well, Cycle, right? AI powered feedback in Jira product discovery. Tool that does additional feedback in JPD. I think JPD is a pretty big opportunity for Atlassian. I also think it's interesting that it's playing in against some of the tools that add-ons use, or that like add-ons. So a great example is Released. There are pieces and parts that sort of go together between the two, and this is one of the things that I think has also been a big uh, conversation lately. And that conversation has been how much should Atlassian uh, compete against its partners? I think this is a question that I hear over and over and over again by folks. Um, and it's very interesting to hear. Oh, paid by Google buying killer. Why are people like this? That's just too funny. Yeah, absolutely. Atlassian was paid by Google. I mean, a lot of companies are paid by Google. I don't think Atlassian was paid by Google. Let me fix this a little bit. That's better. Um, I guess Google does seem to figure out how to pay somebody somewhere, which is funny. Um, oh, this long running question, right? The question of competition with your partners. And I think the difference between being a product and a platform, and what happens when you have both. For a long time, Atlassian provided a minimal product and a broad platform. And that makes sense as a smaller company that needs to deploy, that needs to get to scale quickly, but can only focus on the core tools that it's building. That was Atlassian for a long time. Then Atlassian grew. One of the things that I hear from a customer perspective, Atlassian competing, yes, agreed, Rodney. Thank you. Maybe I missed it. From a customer perspective, Atlassian competing with partners can save customers money. That's very true. And I think partners always have to realize that Atlassian cares more about the customers than they do the partner. And that makes perfect sense. Because Atlassian does not sell. Like Atlassian's money is not made on partners, it's made on customers, primarily. Um, I think partners should welcome the competition from Atlassian because again, I really believe, and this comes primarily from my experience in the Apple world and watching what happens when Apple rolls out features that quote unquote Sherlock products, which is what they call it in the Atlassian world, because there was a product called Sherlock that was basically doing the functionality of Spotlight on Atlassian or on Macs, and uh, Apple then built Spotlight, and Sherlock went out of business. But if you look at a lot of other companies, a great example that I love is Camo. Actually, Camo used to be like the app that allowed you to use your phone as a camera on your computer. Atlassian deployed that with continuity, or sorry, Apple deployed that with remote camera, and Camo just went upstream and makes more money now because they sell at a higher level to people. It's the same. It's the Starbucks. It's the whole Starbucks question too. It's one of my favorite things, which is like everybody was so worried that Starbucks was going to destroy local coffee shops, and it turns out, well, yeah, there's a shark and lamprey relationship. Yeah, I mean, but that is like natural. That is, I think the part that folks don't understand is that that's not, or sorry, not that folks don't understand. I think what is interesting is a lot of the complaining that people, complaining, frustration that I see people feel about this reality. When I think this reality is something that everyone should have always expected because this is how it works. And it's not just more profitable, I think, Sean. It is the idea. And I guess this maybe aligns with profitable. But when enough of your customers are asking you to build something and it begins to cost you customers, that you don't have this. And cost you customers can often be you don't get deals. Not like you're losing people who are leaving, but more like people won't sign because it's not included in the product. And especially if competitors are including it in the product and you don't have any in yours, but there's an add-on for it, you're going to be pushed to do it yourself because the expectation from the customer end is this should be a part of the product. And that's a natural experience of moving from product to platform, I think. Do, 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 do. Daisies, daisies. Who else is here? Let's see. We got 8 people, 7 people on the YouTube, 1 person over on Twitch. I don't know who's on Twitch. Hello, Twitch person. Uh, Mandy, I think you're over still on LinkedIn. Are there any product questions that folks have or anything? Pups, pup dogs. I have so many dogs. Is there anything that folks want to look at from a product perspective today? Certainly happy to do that. Um, do-do-do-do. All right. Yeah, Rodney. Yes, exactly. I love that. We'll just prove you have a better SSO product. Absolutely. Yes. The add-on, the premium solution, pitching Atlassian is the basic. And the cool thing is, one of the things that I think is actually really impressive is when Atlassian, and this is what people saw with Apple, when the platform adds the basic functionality, what then happens is that the more customers are exposed to it by default. And so your customer base, your customer opportunity base grows. The folks who know about the concept of the core conceit of your product, then you can use that to market to them. You don't have to explain to them what your product does anymore. That's been done for you by Atlassian. So Atlassian takes on some of the marketing cost. And the other part that I think still is really important here is one of the best ways to increase your profit margin is to sell at a higher cost to less customers. And this is the type of move that allows you to do that. Now you might also sell at a higher cost to more customers. Congratulations, good for you. But that also means you still have more resources to deliver to deliver good support. And I think that's really important. Do do do. Cool, cool. What else folks got? I mean, because usually somebody's got a question of something to do, but it looks like we don't have anybody with like a let's try to figure out this problem today, which is always a really fun thing to do. The good thing is we can continue to have a lot of conversations about what is Atlassian doing because how many things did they announce this past week? Let's find out. Oh, hi, Katera. Okay, let's get back into here. Let's go into here. Let's go see what was happening in the forums. Anything interesting? Let's see. I like to start with the articles because that's usually where you're going to find the things that Atlassian folks are telling you. So, Atlassian has announced step metrics in Bitbucket pipelines. So that's a DevOps thing. Sean, have you seen this yet? Announcing step metrics? The release blog. Here we go. Ooh, metrics for each build and service container in your pipeline steps. So spotting bottlenecks, optimizing resource allocation, and troubleshoot issues with data-driven confidence. Um, yeah, Sean, this is pretty neat. What do you think about step metrics, my friend? Since we have some of the DevOps folks on here. Who has to go in? Sean, what did you say you have to go? At the top, at the top of the hour? Oh, that's like now. Okay, Rodney, you're still here though? I don't know who's still here, but yeah, step metrics. This is straight up DevOps. So I'd be interested to hear what our DevOps folks thinks about this. How does this play into the other things that we have out in the market today? And again, if you are interested, if you do have a question about something that you want to do in house, like in Jira, how something works, or Confluence, or Bitbucket, or whatever, let me know, and we will hop in and figure it out live. That's the main goal of what we're doing here. I'm just like at the moment we're just sort of goofing around until somebody has something like that. Jeopardy, but Jira. Oh wait, do you want to make Jira Jeopardy in Jira? Anyway, we're gonna keep moving on from set metrics. What else we got here? That's a webinar for yeah. Oh, Jira Align roadmaps. Oh, anybody use Jira Align here? They're going to be deploying roadmaps fully in Align. That's exciting. Oh, themes. Okay. Hmm. Well, I bet. Is there anybody with a theme in the marketplace? I bet not. Well, okay. So some of these tools do are themes. Like these are effectively themes, but oftentimes they're deploying them at a whole nother level. Um, yeah, and I think themes are only available for Connect. Yeah, and so themes effectively set all of the look and feel properties. Um, but so yeah, here's how you can build a theme right here. We're basically building a Connect app, and yep, we're building a Connect app, and we're setting the theme information here. So themes are controlling the look of feel in Confluence. So I can change the way my Confluence looks. So if we go to I don't even okay, I don't know which one. There we go. They do exist. I mean, like theme. You can have themes. I don't know of anybody who ever really shipped themes as an add-on. Rodney, do you? Does anybody know of anybody who ever, like any company that actually ever shipped themes as a product? Uh, Yeah, we used to play around a lot with the look and feel when you didn't have so many ways. Like in cloud, there's the whole people are just like spinning up second sources. So, um, yes, okay. Theme plugins existed. Well, but like theme, yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's much harder to do in cloud actually because Atlassian is hosting everything. So there are only certain points in which you can inject changes. Atlassian is working on, yeah, there used to be like, I used to see lots of themes in here, and there are some tools today like Refined or some other things like that will let you change some of the themes. Um, but yeah, in fact, let's go take a look at the developer stuff here. Let's go see here. Confluence Cloud. We want to go to Forge, really. And I want to find uh, so connects to, no problem. Oh yeah, don't tell me. Here we go. Design tokens and theming. So you can use Atlassian's design tokens, and they will let you make some changes, custom color schemes. You can use, so there you can do theming, but like they've changed the way that this plays out in Confluence, I think. They primarily want you to use their theming. Yeah, like yeah, it's very different what they've done now. Let me look at the reference. Neil. Okay, yeah. Hi, Neil. So here's the thing about that. That's my question actually, which is themes things exist, but they're still only in it's still only Connect, right, Neil? Theming does not exist in Forge yet. And so folk but I would imagine probably that themes will come to Forge. Yeah, the Connect framework, right. Yes, exactly. Is there can you do theme modules in Forge at this point? Because when I look at the Forge documentation, I can't find anything about. Well, I see like Atlas like Connect like tokens and the design framework, but I don't see anything about like Confluence Cloud theming. And so I'm wondering if theming is not available for Forge yet. Oh, that's true. You did leave Atlassian. I actually even forgot that you left Atlassian. So many things have been happening, but that makes a lot of sense. Uh, you know, I am unaware. I do obviously there are some people that we can ping to ask, but you can dig. Yeah, because it's really interesting. You can create an empty Connect theme, but I haven't seen any support for Forge theming in Confluence yet. Um, and yeah, everything is a little bit more difficult, and there's already a limit of what you can do because Atlassian's hosting all the CSS and everything very different than what we used to be able to do on prem. Well, you could really get in there and customize things. I used to see wild stuff. Now, a lot of the things that are happening now is there's a lot of like new full page modules that are coming, and so you could like sort of completely replace what people see and pull in information that way. So that may be how they decide to handle that. You're just running a bunch of custom UI, and that would be very different. I wonder if anyone's around. Who else would be around? Oh, I mean, I think Ian's still out of town right now. Everybody else in the US is so brand new, they probably don't even know. Like Corey, I think Corey is the principal now. I don't think we've hired a senior. I don't think there's a senior yet in the US, and everybody else is probably down and asleep. Katarina is back, but she won't be up for a little while either. And Mel is asleep too. And I don't think Danielle would know. I mean, Lars did just post something, but he's probably asleep now too. Oh, but I know who would know, actually. There's two people. Karen or Adam might know. Yeah, Refined. Well, yeah, Refined would know too. That's a good point. Um, we should definitely like I should host an event with the Forge folks soon. That'd be really fun. Bring them all on to do a talk on Forge Fridays. They are absolutely. A lot of the Refined intranets these days are hosted by Refined. That's exactly what they do. They basically create a whole separate site that people go to. You can even do separate SSO and auth for those sites. So I think theming is currently still limited to connected. I haven't seen anything on a roadmap or anywhere that would tell me that that's going to change. So yeah, I think that's a really interesting thing. This really happens once you again another thing when you move to cloud. But Neil, I still think the other thing. What do you think? Do you think we might see some of these capabilities that were for DC come back, especially as we move to like the ability to basically run a whole computer in a browser? So you could use Wasm and a whole bunch of other like wild stuff. Um, to like effectively remember like we used to have the offline pieces of Confluence that we could run locally. You could like do Confluence offline pieces. And I wonder what that would be like now that you have everything that can run in a browser. But a VM at the same time, I can see giant security problems with that. You can't control people's local machines. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe. I did one of the things that I think is really interesting, and I'll show this to folks too. Like, as you're wondering what's happening, what's coming up, there's a couple of places that folks can always go to get more great information. One of those is the Atlassian Cloud Roadmap. Gets updated at least quarterly, often more often. You can sort by things. My favorite sort is to do coming soon and future, and then look at what's going to come soon. And you can even sort by time frame. Uh, oh, hi, Katera. It turns out, yeah, I don't think we know of any way at the moment to do theming without Connect. Connect theming is still going to be limited to what Atlassian allows you to do, but you can do some stuff like from the look and feel stuff. So inside of the look and feel, you can use the properties that exist, um, and all the theme properties are here. So you can headers, headings, links, menus, and content. Each one of those you can set different colors and different properties. In fact, like, is this intelligent? Okay, with intelligent chat co-pilots and with MCP, yeah, that's really interesting. We'll see more users pulling Jira and Confluence data into the places where they want or wherever they're getting their work/task done. Yeah, it's true. There is this thing that's happening where UI is becoming composable. And what that means is that it means that effectively, is there an easy way to switch these? Nope. That just entered me into full screen. Um, Effectively, it doesn't matter who is, or like where the information is. You just pull it into where you want it to be. And you create the UI, like you create the UI that you need in any situation. And we can see the beginnings of that in what Atlassian has been doing, right? If we come into Jira, a lot of people don't like the new Jira UI. And actually, my good friend Alex, of course, Alex Ortiz, my fellow Atlassian Builders Summit co-founder. If you're free, come October 22nd to the 24th. It's free to come. It's going to be in Long Beach. Come on out. We have so many cool things happening. I haven't convinced Neil to come yet, but Neil, come to the Builders Summit. Come, oh Neil, come to the Builders Summit. Um, but one of the reasons that we have this, like, there's our whole UI, right? This whole thing now can go away, and then I can add things to my navigation. I can remove things that I don't need from my navigation. This is all the same thing about our composable UI, right? You only see what you need. This is just the first step to that. Yeah. Read my question about DC features and customization capabilities coming to cloud. Good point. But like you pointed out, Neil, I think we're really at this point here where we're moving into this space where UI becomes composable. It's less important what your information looks like as much as where it comes from, because the looks like can be done more on demand or more when and where you need it. Oh yeah, that would be great. I wish we had more sponsors who wanted to give us a bunch of money to be able to sponsor people to come. If you want to sponsor the Atlassian Builder Summit Forge track, please get in touch. You can reach me at brian@brianguffey.com, or you can reach Alex at alexortiz@apotech.me. Just thought I'd share that. We are still looking for a sponsor for the Forge track. Um, and I think folks just still do not understand how important Forge is going to become for admins and project managers and program managers and product managers who want to make Jira work, or make their workflows work the way that they need them to. Okay. What else we got going on? So in our roadmap, yes, service accounts supporting OAuth 2.0. Important. That would mean that we don't need to use API tokens. The new fields management coming, which is really interesting. That's a big change. If folks aren't aware, they're going to be changing the whole way field management works. And for somebody who grew up on data center, like we have field schemes. I'm trying to think all the things that we have: field configuration schemes, screen schemes, screens, issue types, issue type screen schemes, and issue type schemes. And this work is to make this stuff easier. And it's huge. It's just huge. Like, they're going to be making big changes to the way field configurations work. One here is, but also they're going to be simplifying and merging the concept of field configurations and field configuration schemes to make the relationships between fields and projects more direct. That's going to be huge. It's just like, if you ever want to know about the most complex things people run into, talk to anybody about trying to teach people about schemes and projects and issues and issue type screen schemes and screens and fields and field configuration schemes. I'm really excited to see this come out because it will make things a lot more accessible to people. And again, as I said before, in the tune of the same conversation we're having about the marketplace, as things become more accessible to people at the baseline, you get to move up level into more fancy things. And more fancy things means you get to charge more money for less work, because the work that you're doing is more impactful and more valuable to folks. What else is going on? Let's see. I don't use all of the ITSM and JSM stuff yet. I need to probably spin up some VMs and things to be able to play with some of this stuff more. But alerting, automation, delay until. Ooh, that's a big one. Ah, yes. Refined. Refined is very cool. I love what they do. Make sure you can check them out there. Sponsor me, Refined. Oh, half of your conversations with Rovo were about navigating the complexity of screens and fields. There it is. There it is. That makes so much sense. Welcome to the other folks that have joined. Say hi. Pop on into the chat. Love to see you. If you have questions or comments or things you want to chat about, let's go to it. This is a big one I just want to share again, this delay until orchestrate automation. This is big because that lets you pause automation rules until the right moment. So that means you can wait until something happens and then the automation runs, but you can be in the middle of an automation and then run, right? That's really important. So for example, I built an automation that did that would disable users. And the way that it was originally built, when I found it from somebody else on the internet, was that in Jira, it was running every 10 minutes. Yeah, you did. You worked at Atlassian for nearly 8 years, and still screen schemes, field configuration schemes. Yeah, I tell people all the time, there's no way to keep everything Atlassian in your head. It's all about the documentation, which is why Atlassian can continue to improve its documentation. But anyway, back to this. The delay until means you don't have to constantly run automations to check to see if a thing had happened so that it can keep running, which is big for our customers because for folks who have a lot of automations and don't want to run up against the automation limit, the automation rule run limit. Delay until means you can be wait until an alert reaches a certain status or we get to a certain date, and then it moves forward. So you can coordinate multiple dependent and independent tasks seamlessly. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh yeah, the peeps. Yep, the peeps are over on YouTube. Good. You found them. Bringing Bitbucket users finally into the user management. It's halfway there right now, and I can tell you it's really annoying. Meeting Insights Reporter. I think we actually have this already, and it's wild. Yeah, a Rovo. We do this thing. Oh my gosh, Kathera, I agree with you. I wish people would hire us. I would love to do nothing but fix documentation. Now, they're probably going to tell us that Rovo is going to fix the documentation now. We shall see how well that goes. But yeah, it's a thing that I have thought for a billion years. I've offered it as a customer to be like, can I just have permission to fix documentation or like put in pull requests? Be like Microsoft, put that shit on GitHub or Bitbucket and we can submit pull requests against it. Actually, that's what should really happen. Neil, who's in charge of documentation at Atlassian so that we can go tell them that they need to put it on Bitbucket so that we can make pull requests to it? Thank you. But I do want to say that I do think like one of the coolest uses of AI today in Atlassian's products is actually with Loom. And so if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. Um, the Meeting Insights Reporter, like I'm pretty sure that this thing already exists, or maybe it's a little different. Oh no, it's different. Okay. Helps you prepare for meetings, answer questions about meeting discussions, and catch up with precision. So today what you can do with Loom is you can have a meeting. Once the meeting is done, the Loom recorder, great piece, has recorded your meeting. It creates a Confluence page automatically with notes, summary, action items. And then you can create another Loom agent, another agent that turns those action items into work items from Jira. And it's so good. I hate meetings, but if I have to be in them, I'm going to be focused on what's happening and I'm not going to be trying to track what people are saying. And this makes everything so much easier. So I'm really excited about the next level of this, where the Rovo agent already knows about the meetings recorded in Loom, all of them across it, and helps you prepare for meetings better. That's going to be amazing. This, a Docker registry in Bitbucket Cloud, that's wild. More DevOps stuff. You can see the way that Atlassian sort of moves in cycles in terms of what it hits. Like Bitbucket has been dying for attention for a while. And I think once the team did their big lift internally to move everything from to Bitbucket Cloud, now they're working on it all of the time. Yeah. Oh no, that's totally true. I agree. Rovo will only ever do so much. And that's important. All right, Neil, so great to see you. We should catch up sometime. I'll hit you up. Would love to chat. Oh, this is another good one. The diagram creator agent. Oh, I would love this. Big visual person here. Love to see things in diagrams. Being able to turn discussions into AI generated diagrams. Can you confirm to me how to pronounce your name? Is it Kythera or Kythera? I want to know because it's also possibly the coolest name I've ever seen. Sorry, I had to take an ADHD moment where I was like, I have to push a project I'm working to GitHub so that I can work on it with my partner. And I haven't done it yet. Kythra, yes. Kythra. I'm gonna write a song about Kythra. Um, APIs for user access management. I also forget if Atlassian is using calendar quarters or um, company quarters for this, and they should put it somewhere on the page. I hope people know. Oh, so many things I love here. Um, the APIs for user access management is a big deal. Brainstorm facilitator agent. I love these new agents that they have coming. Yes, I think the thing for me, Neil, is that, and I haven't done that yet. One of the hardest parts about being somebody who creates about Atlassian stuff and talks about Atlassian stuff is that I don't have a large repository of things in Atlassian products that I can do this with. I get the volume of data that one would like to have to really um, get that in there. But I think that's partially like learning to like I should put all of the like every one of these events, every one of these I do, I should literally grab the video, put it in Loom, or invite the Loom recorder if I could, like whatever. Put the video in, dump it into Confluence, have the summaries generated, like do it all. So I'm tracking all of that stuff and track what I'm going to talk about in the upcoming. Oh man, okay, here we go. The ADHD and the autist are having a blast at the moment, thinking about how we're going to organize this stuff. But yeah, I think that's a good point. The MCP server, I got to play around with it more. New dashboards for assets. Love this. The automation rule to create a Zoom bridge for incidents. Atlassian has done this super interesting thing. When I was at Sonos, I used to think a lot about like, wow, I should build an app that just like does what. Because before they bought Loom, like I wanted to be, we always in Zoom, and I wanted the same sort of thing, and Zoom was doing recording. But I never quite built the thing, and I should have known it. But yeah, authentication policy, automation. Oh, wow. Cool. Custom onboarding. That'll be neat. That's something that ServiceNow has had for a bit, like journeys. I really love that. Documentation with embedded screenshots from a Loom. Yeah, the Loom, people don't understand how cool the Loom stuff is. Yes, Kythra. Oh, I'm excited. ADHD crew represent. People do not understand how cool Loom is and what Loom can do. If you have to be in meetings or you just want to record things, you want to show people how to do things, and then they can turn it like Loom with AI could turn it into so many other things. Teams is a platform app that's already happened. I don't know. Yeah, see, some of these things haven't been updated yet. Like again, Kaitha, this is a great example of like where we should just be allowed to come in and fix these things. Oh, I need to get into this one. Create a Loom video from text. Give it to me now. Root cause analysis. Here's some things that are coming. Intune mobile application management. Ooh, that's good stuff. Multiple sandboxes, GA. Um, Isolated cloud is going to be a big deal. That's going to open up a lot of those folks. Customer managed keys for existing cloud sites so that you can control your own encryption keys. 250,000 users. Wild. Retry workflows, playbooks in Rovo, field schemes. That comes back to the other thing we're talking about. Oh, the Trello planner in mobile apps. That's good. Ooh, capture card content from a Chrome browser. Grab bits of text. This is Trello, but grab bits of text, images, or URL from any web page you have open in a Chrome browser. That's nice. Yeah, I also love the one. There's the one in here that gives you. Where did I see it? You can. Where did it go? Grant permissions using Atlassian Teams. That's going to be a big one. That combined with skim synced teams will mean that teams can become the unit of management inside of Confluence and Jira. Now, we will end up back at the same place we have always ended up, which is that sometimes teams are groups and sometimes they are not. But you can have groups that are groups within groups or groups that are hybrid, and you can take them back down when you want, just like with your teams. The key is the automation and making sure that that stuff works and is provisioned and deprovisioned on a reasonable time frame. I'm just monologuing today. This is wild. Oh, yes. Yes. How do we Kaithra, I'm going to find out who I have to talk to about that. Truly. Okay, what other things are cool in here? I'm not supposed to create organizational structure to enforce data boundaries. Admin configurable boundaries for managing data visibility within an organization. Fascinating. One other thing I would like at Atlassian is a real organizational chart modeler that takes advantage of the teamwork graph and being able to like include information about managers, but like to show how people work visually. I would really, 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 really love that. I think that would be very cool. Okay, what else is Atlassian? Other places to go. Kythra, here's another place that you'll be really like, which is the developer changelog. This is all of the things that are happening on. Oh my God, it's going to happen. Where are you located, Kythra? Removed. Oh yeah, you can't even submit connect apps anymore. So Kythra, that tells you where we are. You can still build them, but you can't put them in there. Atlassian is doing a bunch of work here, deprecating things. Embedded external content support. So this means now that the allowed pop-ups attribute. Oh, yes. So you can open external content in a new browser tab while keeping your Forge app running. So external, that's very cool. So this means you could build a little app, and a lot of the apps live inside of iframes, a lot of the information that's coming in. So normally across content security policies, so that means that you're going to go from like it's going to be brianguffey.com to todd.com, then you need to have the ability to go to another location. And this allows the sandbox directive of allow pop-ups to actually live and pop up, which means that then you can show that information. Also, Forge real time, very cool. Update information real time. So dashboards that update in real time, you don't have to wait for scheduled refreshes. They're still releasing data center stuff here. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening there. Developer spaces got pulled back because boy, did that blow some things up. Oh, let me tell you, developer spaces are supposed to be the way that you organize developers for Atlassian's platforms, but it screwed up all of the permissions on the marketplace, and that got folks hot. Oh, a workflow preview API, which offers read-only access to workflow configurations. Interesting. Limits exposure of rule configurations and status properties. So I'm Tom. I'm the admin. Fred is working on the project. And we've all had this. People don't know the steps of the workflow. Well, this API will let me expose that inside of an app or something like that to show the way the workflow works so that I don't have to give you access to change the workflow. You can just see the workflow like that. I need to play with this, which is the Forge, the Rovo CLI and Gemini CLI now have an integration into Forge CLI, so you can help write your Forge apps with AI, which I have not done enough of actually. So cool. The space roles, which they rolled out. Also, you can now do custom URL schemes for macro autoconvert. Macro autoconvert is really cool because I believe that macro autoconvert literally allows you to do macro autoconvert is helping you auto-convert macros when you move to the cloud, and that's going to be big for folks that need to move to cloud and have custom macros. So I'm super interested on how that's going to really play out. So yeah, here's another amazing place to go check out what's been happening, which is in the developer changelog. And then always back into the community. This is a place where people are posting more and more and more. I will just do this plug now. If you would like to know what's happening and only want to go to one place, and I'm getting better at being consistent. It's a little hard when anything breaks, but yeah, I'm like 2 weeks behind, and we'll get that fixed. But every week I publish the unofficial Atlassian Ecosystem Roundup, and you can find that at unofficialroundup.com. and that will show all of the updates, all the events upcoming, all of the articles from Atlassian folks, like all of that's here, and so that you can stay up to date on what's happening with Atlassian. So don't miss out on that. A really easy way to make sure that you know what's going on. I also want to share again that we've got the Builder Summit coming up. Do try to make it. It's going to be so cool. Daryl's doing, I mean, let's just take a look. We've got Taiwo Ojo of Alluvium giving our Agile PM keynote. We've got Matt Dorr, legend of Atlassian administration, giving our Forge keynote. That's going to be so cool. I will be highlighting in the closing keynote, but we've also got, we're hoping we've got Zishan coming. We've got Daryl doing several cool workshops. This one is one that I helped him put together originally. It's going to be really amazing. We have Ryan Talasan from Atlassian, along with Katarina Kurti, both Atlassian folks. Katarina works on the developer advocacy team, friend of Neil's, and then Ryan is on the Confluence development team. And they're going to talk about how you can do Forge integrations with external tools in Confluence pages. So folks should definitely check that out. We're going to be having an Agile panel coming here shortly. I can tell you it's going to be me, Mark Brickley, and Alex, and we're going to debate some really hot, fun stuff. It's amazing. It's going to be amazing. You get free food. You just need to book a hotel room and a flight. I do understand that it can be a little expensive, but it's going to be so cool. And I'd like just to call out our incredible sponsors here. Our presenting partner, Grid.io, our summit sponsor, AppFire, our technical track sponsors, Revise and ClearPath, our innovation sponsor, Multiplier, and then our other sponsors, Release Team, AppWide, Resolution, Absolute Best, CollabSoft Ventures, Prepend, Git Protect, GetInt, Service Rocket, Yasoon, Catworks, Blue Ridge, Glyphy, Perforce Glyphy, The Jira Life, and Ape Tech. Like, come on. How cool. How amazing. We just got an absolutely incredible lineup. So I hope folks can make it. If you have questions, if you're trying to figure out how to make it, if you need a place to stay, reach out. We'll help you get there. We'll do our best. We want to see as many people as possible. We got about 15 minutes left. What else do folks want to chat about? We got 7 of you out here. It's basically been me and Kythra now. So does anybody else have anything they want to chat about? I mean, we can go back to the community and see what's been happening there. Well, they did update the community. What happened here? Come play in the community, answer questions, give information to people. Silka is awesome. I'm making some updates. Oh, everything's called apps now instead of products, of course. Oh, yeah. You should ask Alex about it, though, because he's ready to fall over. Poor Alex. I was so busy with the AI summer camp that he and Lena really had to carry a lot of this on their own, and I'm so thankful for them. But I do need to dive in and make sure that I'm really firing on all cylinders for the next 30 days to make sure that, this is like just a super success. I'm really excited. Oh yeah, Sharif put out a new Sharif exclusive to go over all of the updates. They dropped a bunch of new options. Assets has smart links. Service accounts for data center are coming. Oh, this incredible project that Rustem did from Ectonic. Folks have to see this. Rustem put this together, and it is what people are searching for in the marketplace. He used the vibe coding and then used the marketplace APIs to understand what people January 2021. That's 2021 to 2025. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. Wild. It covers all of this information about how things are working and what people have been looking for. You can see how things have changed. Oh wow, the way certain things just like took a cliff dive, right? But also certain things just stayed the same. This is totally a vibe coding website. I mean, that's not a knock, but like you can tell. Vibe coding websites all sort of look the same. What's really interesting is the way that this is all still the same. Like it's all the same in many ways. No result searches. A lot of people said, "Can I ask you a question, please?" This is what's really interesting. It's all of the ones that don't have integrations. And I mean, we know why here. Why can't you do this? I mean, actually, you can now if you use Forge. We can do it. We can do a connection. Absolutely. Take note, folks. Raycast, Obsidian. Oh, and there's no reason for this not to be on the store, actually. But it's also because it's free. That's the other secret. You can get into the integration. Yeah. Very, very, very interesting. Super neat. Really, really, really love this. So I really encourage folks to check out this article, as Rustam did just an absolutely incredible job. I'm going to share that. Oh, try reloading the page. I just want to. Oh, I'm posting the link to the. Sorry, I actually don't want to post that. Well, let's see how many people suddenly appear in my live stream accidentally. This is the one I wanted to post. Whoops. This is an incredible article, so I encourage folks to check it out. All right, folks, we got 10 minutes. Any other thoughts? Feedback? What do you want to see next? Friday, by the way, we have Forge Fridays. So same time. Um, if this works. The search is weird. Yep, it's weird. So let me go up here. Yep. That's December 26th. All right. Apparently I need to update some of these. That's October 3rd. Anyway, Friday from 2 to 5, I believe. Well, what no, 12:30. It should be 12:30 too. Yikes. I'm going to update these times. But yes, Friday from 12:30 to 2, I will be back here to do more for more stuff with folks. We'll focus more in on Forge actually. So if folks have questions or comments or want to get into some stuff, let me know. There's always an opportunity to submit a question. We have a form link that's in there. And so I look forward to seeing you all on, let's see, September 18, 19. Well, okay, whatever. Oh, it's right. I can go this way. Community-led classes. Here we go. Also, the other classes here we go. September 19th. Here it is. It says currently it's 2 to 5, but it's going to be 12:30 to 2. Just so folks know, I realize that I can't do 3 hours twice a week or 3 times a week, actually, because I have Marketplace Mondays as well. So make sure you show up. It's going to be a good time. But see the other classes that are going on if you want to get into them. We've got what else is happening today? The study session with Rodney and Alex, JSM Project Administration. Check it out. Tomorrow, Rob is going to be doing Teach Me How to Rovo Studio for Confluence. Check it out. It will be a good time. I just shared some stuff with him that he's going to use for that. And then he's also going to have his review for ACA 905 for the Jira software board configuration. So, do check out a lot of these things. This is an amazing group to join the community-led classes group. And also, if you're interested in becoming a champion, you can join us and help run a chapter locally or help out in the community. You can do things inside of your company. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to become a champion, and I would encourage anybody to do it. You get a lot of really cool opportunities. Um, and then, as I said, there's all these other events that are happening. So there's a virtual event from Miami doing Sentience Agility, Harmonizing Human AI Intelligence. There's another, Ace Quiz Whiz Round 4. The Keyboard Warriors versus the Connectors are happening. That's a really fun pub quiz show. Another event, a virtual one from Dublin, Data Discovery in Atlassian Cloud, and DC, See It, Secure It, Sorted. Culture Commandos, Mission Inclusion. Actually, have fun with this one. So this will be at 7 a.m. my time Pacific. If you're later than that, excellent. But come, because it's going to be 3 very fun and cool people. Those people are going to be, I guess there are 4 of us, me, Suze, Tracy, Theodora, and MC Funman Andy. So check that out. Culture Commandos next week. Actually, sorry, tomorrow. Oh goodness, I have to wake up early. So lots of really cool things coming. So check it out. This is really great. The Agile International Coaching Clinic that happens every Saturday morning. A free hands-on coaching space designed to help you master Agile fundamentals and lead high-performing remote teams with confidence. That's very cool. So check these things out. If you're in Cleveland, there's a virtual Coffee Connect. Techquity is talking about the opportunities in Milwaukee to building the digital divide, the Jira Life tomorrow. Check it out with OG content creator for Atlassian, Ravi Sagar, good friend, someone I disagree with all the time. So please join us for all of the fun things happening in the community. Yeah, Kaithra, that's why I cut it down to an hour and a half. I have too many things going on. But who knows? Maybe it'll go up. Maybe Atlassian will hire me. Who knows? All right, friends. Thanks so much for being here. Have a wonderful week. Hope I see you on Friday and tomorrow morning. It's a big week. All right, take